Hey guys, this is Axeman and we are back in naval action, and I want to talk about the Mortar Brig today. Dropped in a recent update, and you may have guessed by the title, but I want to talk about whether the Mortar Brig is actually pointless. So I've been testing it out today. I've just got some footage here of me, and I got into like a thief battle, which is like the first level battle, and I was fighting a privateer, and it was tougher than I thought it was. The first thing I want to talk about is the fact that this ship is completely worthless as a fighting vessel, really, at any sort of cannon range. It doesn't have any sort of speed, it doesn't have any sort of manoeuvrability. It's the slowest ship in the game. It handles like a pig. It's like a fridge with sails, really, so if you want to do any fancy manoeuvring, that's out of the question. And I wanted to test out the power of the mortar to see whether it is actually a viable fighting weapon, like maybe in a fleet. I can't tell you what it's like in a port battle fighting the tower defences. Maybe it's a lot better there. That's what they were generally suited for in real life. And the conclusion I came to is that, yeah, it is pretty pointless. I could have fought this battle in a cutter and had it done in a fraction of the time. This took so long. In the end, I had to demast the privateer completely, head back out of range, and then spend about 20 minutes shooting it with mortars before I hit it enough times to sink it. In fairness, it took 3 shots to sink, which is, you know, less than cannon shot would have taken, but it still took far too long. So I'm just going to speed up a little bit of footage and get to the juicy bits, but otherwise it was a pretty pointless battle, really. That's not what they were for. I mean, they're fighting land installations and anchored enemy fleets, but even so, I expected, what do they call it, the 309 pounders? That's I don't know why they're using that. Whether it's to give you a sense of how much damage they do per hit, but they were 13-inch shells. This thing would shoot 13-inch shells. There was different, like you get 10-inch shells and stuff like that as well. It would shoot 13-inch shells. That would be filled with either inflammatory stuff to set other ships on fire, or explosive materials. So, and you would set a fuse, and you would set the timer on the fuse. You'd fire the mortar, and you'd be looking out for when it would land, and then you would set your fuse, and then it would explode like above the deck, kill lots of crew, stuff like that. But generally, one well-placed shot that exploded properly would destroy a ship like the privateer. In one hit, it would just tear it apart. And it took 3 total hits, and about 20 minutes and about 25 attempts to hit it. So I've skipped a lot of them because otherwise this video was uncut. It was about 45 minutes long. I managed to get it down quite far. So now you can see the firing process for the mortar. You've got to be quite a distance away. It's good. It works with the broadside, so you've got to be side on. And you see I fired the mortar there. I'm really quite far away, you can see there. And they shoot pretty much ridiculous. It was a ridiculous angle, and it takes ages for them to come down, so we just wait for them to come down. I think I missed with this one. I want to just show at least one miss, rather than edit them all out. And that's basically it. Obviously I could have had a target bigger than a privateer, and I would have hit it a lot more easily. Maybe a frigate or something like that, but then I couldn't have fought a frigate to a standstill, so there you go, I got a hit there, took out a cannon, and I was like, yes, that's got to be sinking now. No such luck. So I'll check the map here in a sec, and we'll see how much damage that actually did. Bearing in mind this 13-inch shell that would explode very close to impact or anything. It should tear a ship like that apart. Nope, nothing. Not a damn thing. I think I gave him crew shock. I think I killed like 5 members of his crew, 10 members of his crew, and I think I destroyed a cannon. That's about it. I think this is now... I wrote it down. It was 19 shots later. 19 shots later to get another hit. I'd hit it again previously. So that gives you an idea of how patient you have to be with the mortars. Obviously I'm shooting one of the smallest ships in the game. I'm pretty much at minimum mortar range, maybe just a little bit beyond minimum. Even so, it was still really tough to hit. If I was shooting a larger ship, maybe if I was sailing with the clan and we came across a lonely third rate all by itself and we managed to demast it and I could shoot it from a distance with the ship there, and I would have gotten more hits, and the ship might have shone a little bit more, but I very much doubt it. So I'm going to answer my question right now: is the Mortar Brig pointless? As it stands right now, and with how Naval Action calculates damage, I don't think it fully calculates the effects of a 13-inch explosive shell. Yeah, I'm going to say yeah, it's pretty pointless. I would have rather used a cutter, and I would have had this battle done in 5-10 minutes. So yeah, that's the Mortar Brig. Not much else to say about it really. It's interesting that it's in the game. It should be in the game. There's other bomb vessels that could be in the game, other designs of bomb vessels that could be in the game that could potentially be put to better use. Bomb catchers with front-mounted mortars and stuff like that. That would be interesting to see. It's an interesting mechanic. I'd like to see it worked on and improved going forward, and maybe these ships could be a viable weapon. But as it stands right now, I don't think they are. But anyway, if you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one.